Hello, Carrots here. Welcome to episode 15 of the Isla Paradiso bunch. We have the usual crew starring, plus two who we'll get to meet near the end of this video. In episode 14, Hayley and Salty got engaged, and here we are at Hayley's bachelorette party. She's all done up in her bachelorette outfit, and the guests have started arriving when Stella Dog walks in. And Hayley immediately decides it's time to wash the dog, so she spins into her everyday outfit. There aren't going to be many guests at this party, but it does tend to go on for a very long time. I don't actually know the names of very many of the guests, but two that I do know are Azul, Hayley's best friend, the mermaid, and Christopher Collins. Back in episode 1, Hayley got an opportunity to find Refuge Island, the first island that she was to uncover. And the very first person, or sim, she had to report into to find how to find Refuge Island was Christopher Collins. And here he is on the screen at the moment in that bright lime green, yellow, green, whatever jacket. And it looks like Josephine Jeannie has changed into her outfit for the party, and there is Hayley now talking with Azul. As you see, Azul has got her purple scales on. That's not leggings, that's her actual mermaid scales. Meryl has taken over duties at the bar, and she's spending most of the party standing at the bar making romantic drinks for everybody to drink. And Hayley spent most of the party standing at the bar drinking those romantic drinks. I watched her for a while and I wondered how she was still standing up at that point. That'd been quite a well way into the party. I'm not going to show you all of the party, just bits of it here and there. I did send Meryl over to have a dance with Christopher Collins, and I was very interested to see the options that were offered. And the one I chose was a weird dance. I don't think I've ever seen that option before. So I thought we might watch them do a little bit of their weird dance. It did take quite a long time to do, but only actually showing you a little bit of it so you can get an idea of what a weird dance is if you haven't already seen one. It's the first time I've seen one. Christopher Collins certainly looks very fit and agile. And Meryl's doing her own thing. She doesn't look quite as silly doing this as she did when she first started this muscle dance. There's Hayley standing there talking with Azul in the background, and their chocolate fountain is bubbling away there. Some of them have already eaten their fill of chocolate before the guests started arriving. The babies are sleeping nicely now. Baby Wendy and Jerry. Hayley's two little daughters. Her and Salty have two little daughters already. Now this bloke turned up. I don't know where he came from. I think he must be a part of the party entertainment. I didn't see him arrive. He just was there. And he danced, and he had very loud music booming out of that boombox thing that he's got on the table. It was definitely booming and gave the atmosphere of the party like a really entertaining party. Just watching him doing his little bit of a wiggle there isn't all that exciting. Looks like Josephine's planning to have fun, spraying all that champagne all over poor Azul. That gives me a moodlet, but we can't see it because she's not controlled by me, so we can't see her moodlets. I didn't think of ensconceling her. I think that somebody, probably Josephine, sprayed champagne over several other sims as well, because I noticed some of the household members had the moodlet about getting bubbles. I just forget what the moodlet is now. They get one when they get covered in bubbles like that. And it's not ooh bubbles, which comes from one of the spa baths or something. Yeah, that one and that blonde, she's over near the bar. She's helping Hayley drink that romantic drinks. And all of a sudden, next thing I noticed, she's up there dancing on the cabinets. I put those cabinets there because I've never had a sim dancing on the counters yet, and I've seen plenty of other people posting pictures of sims dancing on counters, so I put some counters there in the hope that one of my Sims might get up there one day. And suddenly I noticed that there was somebody up there. I didn't see her get up there though. Azul's enjoying herself. So there, look, see that blonde? She's up on the counter having a dance. I couldn't actually get over closer to have a better look at her because sometimes my mouse gets stuck and I can't move around as I'd like to. But we can enjoy watching what we can see. Josephine's just standing there doing nothing much, just watching like she's a stunned mullet. The chocolate fountain's still bubbling away. I don't think we've even got Meryl making romantic drinks at the moment. She'll head off back over there later. Azul's having a good dance. She is dancing, enjoying herself, and Meryl's just standing watching as well. There goes Hayley, going to get another drink. She must have just finished the one she had because she just keeps on drinking. Maybe she's got premonitions of what she's getting herself into if she marries Salty. It's a bit of a worry. There's Stella Dog back in the action. She didn't get a bath, but she doesn't need a bath. I've got no idea why Hayley suddenly decided she had to bath the dog as soon as her party guests started arriving. Looks like Meryl's considering getting into that chocolate. She's managing to block all the view. All we can see is her great big thought bubble. Yeah, that's a good idea. Spin it around a bit. I had trouble getting anybody to serve the food onto that buffet table. I finally got Josephine to do it, but you might as well have left it alone because I'm sure nobody went near it. No one ate any of that food. They just ate chocolate and danced and talked and drank. So it looks like he's finished his dancing. His light's gone off and his boombox has vanished off the table. And the blonde's jumped down off the counter. Must be annoying Meryl a bit there. They're all looking over towards the babies, and Azul thinks it's well decorated or nicely decorated or something. Baby crying. I noticed that Meryl's got some strange looks on her face when she's looking at the babies at some point here. So just watch. When you see Meryl in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen looking towards the babies, just watch her facial expressions. So, this party has at this stage been going on for literally hours. I've cut huge amounts out of it, mostly because it was very repetitious. So Meryl's going to have a drink. There's not many drinks left. Josephine's going to mix one for herself. She does a pretty good job of it too. Now let's go over to Plumbub Island and see what's going on over there. The Sims I've got living at Plumbub Island got all done up in their party gear to go to Hayley's party, but they didn't actually turn up at the party. I think they must have expected it to be at home at their place at Plumbub Island. You might have noticed that dishwasher's been pouring out smoke for quite a while, and all that Jeannie wants to do is drink coffee. So I decided I'd leave her in peace, drinking her coffee in her formal outfit, and I'd call the repairman. And it turns out it's a repair lady. I wonder if one of them can actually befriend her or have a chat with her at least. It's going to be hard to get Jeannie to have a chat because she's too busily drinking that coffee. I'm wondering if I should take that coffee machine away because every time they get tired, they don't go to bed. They just sit there and drink coffee. And they'll drink coffee all night. Hello, there's Diana. She's going to get to know the repair lady. Diana's all done it ready for a party as well, and she didn't get to go to the party. I didn't think about going over there and actually sending them across to the party. I should have, I suppose. That's the scene from their home, looking out over the ocean. Now let's go back to their home base. So Hayley and that must be Sam taking care of Wendy and Jerry. And there's that blonde, she's still there. I think the party's been over for quite a while now, but not all the guests have gone. There's Kitty Cat chasing an insect of some sort. I haven't actually noticed them doing that before. So Sam's getting to know the blonde. I don't know her name, that's why I keep referring to her as the blonde. And there's Mia Azul. So last time I saw her was she was sitting at the computer playing computer games. Sam and the blonde have gone down to play darts in the bottom basement. I think I've sent Josephine down there to eat a piece of fruit off the tree of prosperity. I think she's pretty tired too. She actually belongs over at Plumbub Island, so at least some of them from Plumbub Island made it to Hayley's bachelorette party. I don't think Sam gets any benefit from playing darts for his career. It doesn't give him athletic skill and it doesn't give him charisma skill. But chatting up this blonde will help him, because if he can manage to befriend her, she will be a friend that he can count towards the friendships made if he wants to get another rise in his charisma level. So that's why that Josephine got suddenly exhausted. She's playing in the cauldron. Look at that. She's suddenly gone. All of her energy just got tapped, just like that, really fast. Whatever she did in that cauldron has taken her energy away. It does that sometimes, and yet Diana played with it for ages the other day, and she didn't have this happen to her at all. But then I was directing her, and I was telling her to do specific things. I don't know what Josephine just did autonomously, but whatever it was, it exhausted her. We might watch this dart game for a few more seconds, and then move on to the next bit of action somewhere. I think they must have stopped playing darts for a bit, and now they're going to start another game because I told them to. There's a dog gnome there just lying at the bottom of that tree, very quietly. There's a lot of those dog gnomes in this particular game. I've had games before where I've got one, and there's only been one for, years, But with this game, there's a few have turned up. Back to Plumbub Island. And then down in the garden, there's the 2 forbidden fruit. They're growing nicely. Judy's gone over to water them and weed if she needs to. She's got to tend to them to make sure that they are well looked after so they don't die. And I hope at least one of them turns into a plant stem baby. She doesn't get the option to harvest. She gets to pick if it's a plant stem baby. I think the harvest option means that she's going to get another forbidden fruit seed instead of a plant stem baby. I'm going to tell her to talk to them. She'll talk to both of them for a while. Jeannie's come down to do some harvesting on the tractor. That's the scene from that top now. They've got igloos and a snowman. It's still snowing, but it's getting close to the end of winter. There's only about 3 or 4, maybe 5 days to go of winter. That's the island. I ended up deleting those 2 jet skis. They were just sitting there uselessly, abandoned. It's a pretty view. And you turn it around, and actually to go to Plumbub Island from their home is just a straight line. They just jump in the boat and go straight across to the island. You can see Plumbub Island clearly from their house, but you can't pick their house out in the photo that you've got here because it's all snowy. Now we're at the beach. We'll see Sam doing some surveying the beach. He keeps doing this even though I'm not actively playing him while he's surveying the beach anymore, not in winter time anyway. I'll start playing him actively again when it's spring. Get the last few views of the beach in the snow, and the horses are still there. I got sick of all those horses in the end, and I actually totally annihilated all of the homeless Sims, all of the wild horses, all of the stray cats, and all of the stray dogs. Didn't help. They all came back. I don't think they were on the beach anymore after I did that. There's an igloo on the beach there too. That's been there for a while. I guess it'll melt away shortly. Because the snow isn't as thick at the moment, it must be warming up a bit. That'll be it for the beach. Back home to 45 Surf Circle to see. That's where I found out that Mia Azul had died. Look at Hayley's thought bubbles. I couldn't work out who it was for a while, and I had to do quite a lot of looking around to see who had died, and I couldn't find anybody else that could tell me, and Mia Azul had gone missing from Hayley's acquaintances or friends. She was best friends with Hayley. The last time I saw Mia Azul, she was sitting at that computer. Maybe she got electrocuted because the computer's broken. Anyway, I went off to the mausoleum and I got Mia Azul's tombstone, and there it is now. She's in that urn that's sitting on the desk beside where Hayley's sitting at the computer, because I decided that was the last place I saw Mia Azul while she was alive, so she can stay there now that she's dead until we can find a way of resurrecting her. And you'll see in later episodes that she does actually haunt occasionally. And here is Judy back with her forbidden fruit that are growing nicely. I think they're mature now. She might have the option, yeah, she's got the option to pick because she has got a name. She's going to get a plant sim baby out of the first one. She names the first little boy, plant sim boy. And here she is. Look, she's got her plant sim baby. The last time she had a forbidden fruit seed to plant, somebody else picked the baby. This time I made sure she did it. So hopefully the next one will either be a plant sim baby or a forbidden fruit seed. That's our two options. And she's got to pick plant sim baby by the look of it. That's the option she's got. So we must be going to get two babies. Isn't that exciting? They're not exactly going to be twins because they came from two forbidden fruit seeds. I could have planted them at different times. It's just that I planted them at the same time, that they are going to get picked at the same time. So here she goes. She's put the first one down. I think that was Bernie. I think I called him. I've forgotten now what a name I gave him. Here, and this is Benji. I know this one. The second one, I actually called him Benji. Two little boys. I think it's because there's already so many females in the game, and I've got my population set to balanced. But Hayley had two little girls. That was good. So we've got two little plants and boys to add to the starring list. And if you noticed at the very beginning, I already had them in there under Judy. I've made it so it's an alphabetic order by last name, and both of them have the last name of Butler, so they'd be directly under Judy in the starring list that you see at the beginning. Now, I haven't ever used this fireplace, and I recently realised where I got it from. It came from the same set as the stairs. See the spiral staircase on the left-hand side? It's one of the rewards for buying from Origin or pre-ordering or something. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye for now. Carrots out.